Hi guys, it's me, Todd, also known as Tadisha Hair, and I finally completed 1,500 hours of cosmetology school at Paul Mitchell Farmington Hills, and it's been one heck of a journey. My love for hair, skin, and nails, and also makeup has not started at school. At a really early age, I really loved to do all of those things, and I also wanted a job that helped people, so I got like the best of both worlds with my job now as a hairstylist. Um, I always really admired seeing pop stars like Nicki Minaj, Lady Gaga, Rihanna, and Ava Max, and seeing all their creative and fun looks. And I always wanted to try those looks on me and other people. I was still being a senior in high school, trying to find a major in college that I really liked and was passionate about, that also provided with money, which proved to be very, very, very not difficult, but kind of hard. And so finally, I remembered that cosmetology school was a thing and that I wanted to go. And then after that, like the next few months went really, really fast. Um, I had a prom. My last day of my internship went by. I had got my call that I was accepted. I graduated school, started working at Ulta, and then I started July 11th. So within like maybe 4 or 3 months, I just went full throttle with life. And it ended up pretty good. So thankfully, I'm here now. My first 3 months, also known as core, which is, I think, like 1 hour, I guess, to 350, proved to be a very eye-opening experience. I never had hair growing up. I wasn't bald, but I never had hair growing up as a kid, like to be able to do my hair and do fun, crazy things like my hair now. So I felt like I had a lot to prove, but I got through it. There were originally 17 of us, of my classmates, known as 7-Eleven, but then it ended up going to 13. Everyone's like map didn't mirror everyone else's, but that's okay. The 13 that I was able to go with throughout the entire year, I love them so much, and I love my cost sisters. Shout out to 7-Eleven. A few things that were challenging was definitely hair cutting. My God, I still hate it. I don't hate it, but if you want a one length, you can call me. I'm your guy. If you want layers, I'm gonna charge you for that for sure. But it ended up being okay. I did have an amazing core teacher. That was Carolyn. I learned so much product knowledge and just had a really great time. Every time that my song was on, I screamed my song was on for every song according to her, and we just had a great time. Towards the end of core, my school had like a fundraising prom, so I was able to invite two of my best friends from high school to come with me to dance with my Paul Mitchell Farmington Hills family, and we all looked really, really gorgeous, and it was an amazing night. Then from 350 to 800 was my adaptive. And so that's when I left core, like around October of that year of 2022, and I was on the floor. And I was a little nervous, but it proved to not be too bad. My front desk lady, Sarah, our lovely, lovely, lovely Sarah, told me that she would never give us anything that's really hard on our first or second day, like a perm, a relaxer, or void of foils. And then on my second day, like October 11th, I got a perm. But the thing was is that another student was assigned this perm, but they didn't like come to school and nobody wanted to take it. So I volunteered to take the perm. I am thankful that I did take that client and that I did go with the service. I do also want to go back in time and shake myself like this because it wasn't hard, but I didn't know what I was fully getting into until I got into it. Like the ninth step of the perm, I was like, ooh, I'm in it. But I got through it. I did have some setbacks and challenges being an adaptive, like falling behind and like paying too much attention to my other classmates, whether they were ahead of me, they were on my butt, or they were behind. I kind of lost where I was going in my own personal journey, and that didn't like kind of help. But thankfully, when I got into creative, like towards the middle or end, that ended up leaving. And so I was able to kind of focus on me, work on my skills, work on my coloring, as we can all see, and thankfully, I'm doing amazing. At least I think I'm doing amazing. And then from, I want to say 1200 to 1300 is your final phase. I passed on my tests. That's all I could ask for. Let's move on. And then I'm here now, pretty much graduated. I do want to say thank you to everyone that's been with me throughout this journey. The admissions leader, Louise, for giving me the opportunity to tour the school and being able to actually enroll and be here. I want to say thank you to Carolyn, my core teacher, for teaching me everything about hair pretty much. I do want to thank all of my classmates for just being amazing and beautiful. I lastly want to give the biggest thanks to my mom. She has been there throughout the entire experience from birth to graduating from college school. She's been there for everything. So I really do want to thank her as much as possible. Now, in this little segment here, I do want to give some advice to my future professionals. I'm not going to elaborate too much because I can do that sometime else. But right now, I do want to say, please always be on time. Please always have your things, because there's nothing more unattractive than someone that doesn't have stuff for themselves and always have to go and find something or they can't do because they don't have. Be encouraging. And I also want to say, just keep going, even though it's hard. And there have been days where I didn't want to get out of bed at all. Like even on like my last week, I did not want to get up, but I got up because I wouldn't be able to make this video if I didn't get up and go to school. So definitely try your hardest. And if you can't make it, that's okay. Just try. That's all I can really say to do. As far as what's after school, I am going to be going into a salon probably. I want to say like from like 5 or 7 years, and then I want to work on my own hair brand. I'm not going to say much because it's going to be a surprise, but there are going to be a lot of really great things coming, especially with color. After that, I'm going to probably move to London and pursue my second life passion, which is also a surprise. So please stay tuned and like keep up with me. My Instagram and my TikTok are all Tydesha Hair, TODESHA, and then hair after that. Spelling is really weird. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for my graduation. I love you all so much, and I'll be back for my state board back, so you'll see me again probably. We're gonna chop this up.
Yeah.
What was next?
That was a good opening part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my brain just said no.
No, that's okay.
That was a time.
You're natural.
The mental gymnastics.